All right, go ahead and come to your comfortable position, whatever that is for you. And today, if it's seated, all the better. But if that is intolerable for you, then of course, modify. And just let your energy, your weight, your attention just to move downward in the world of the words of yoga, the vayus. This is the apana vayu. So just let that descending energy move through your body. Down into your pelvic floor. Breathe into your tailbone now. So find where that tailbone, that pointy bone, is at the base of your spine. And just breathe into that a little bit. Even if you don't know exactly where it is, feel free to touch it. If you want to reach behind, kind of go between your butt cheeks a little bit and actually find that bone. For some, it's harder to find than others because your anatomy is different. And then breathe into that area. The idea of opening, freeing, getting to know, acknowledging. And then breathe now into your right sit bone. You can actually take a little bit more weight onto your right sit bone. If you can feel your sit bones on your surface and just rub into it just so you see, oh, there it is. That's my sit bone because I'm sitting on it. It's well named. And breathe into that area, just your sit bone is. And move your attention to your pubic bone. Now there's actually two of them. They come together in the front. You won't be able to feel it while you're sitting, but you can take your hand and touch the pubis. It's okay to touch the bone. So it's okay to touch yourself. Just find that bone there and you can breathe into it. If you have a lot of awareness where it is you don't want to touch your bone, that's okay too. There's two bones, they come together. A little piece of cartilage between the two bones. Breathe into that area. And then move your attention to your left sit bone. Again, you might find it. You're squirming, putting some weight into it. And then breathe into that left sit bone. Now begin to breathe into that whole area, that tailbone, right sit bone, pubic bone, left sit bone. And there's tissue that connects all those bones together, and that would be called your pelvic floor. And now feeling it like a circle that's going sort of from bone point to bone point, but not in a square. So it actually rounds it a bit. Start to make a little circle. You can breathe with it or not breathe with it. Moving to the left, from your tailbone to the right sit bone to the pubic bone, to the left sit bone, and just keep moving. So you're actually moving here, moving your pelvis all around in a circle. Just really allow yourself to feel the bones, allow yourself to say, oh yeah, there's tissue there, there's other things in there, and then reverse the circle. Let it travel, let that energy travel up through your back, your kidneys, your spine. So don't feel like you have to cut it off and only feel it in the pelvis. Allow yourself to feel the energy connect because it's connected to just more than that area. And then reverse the circle again, back the original way. And then reverse it one more time the other direction. And then finally, one more time, a couple more times in the original direction, and then come to stillness. And just feel. Breathe into that pelvic floor again. Notice if it's more accessible. Notice if anything changed in your belly or your back or some other place in your body. Maybe even your mind, your nostrils, perhaps. Now take your hands and rub them together. Begin to rub the sides of your ribs, your lower back ribs. Rub it around there in the front. So you're rubbing that whole lower rib cage area. It's an interesting camera angle there for me. You get the idea. And then put your hands on the sides of your ribs and then just start moving your rib cage again now around. So the right rib, front, left rib, spine, and start to move your rib cage around while you're seated. I stood up so you could see me better if you were looking. If not, that's okay. And then move it the other direction. Just start to feel now the contents, feel the organs in, so you're just not moving your ribs now, but you're feeling all of that soft tissue inside. And then roll it the other way, and then allow your pelvis to be part of that juicy circular motion, and then roll it the other way. So I'm going to the right if you're doing with me. And one more time to the left. And then maybe without your hands, just roll your rib cage around a little bit and just see what's possible there. Moving the rib cage, maybe even moving up into the heart and lungs. Back of the heart, sides. And then come to stillness. And just feel the energy moving in your body. How's your breath? Has it changed? And let's go ahead and just move the shoulders front, up, back, and down. Without that, don't try to grind it out like when we do it in exercise class. I like really grinding out all those, finding the knots and hearing the crunches and so, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that out of there. Just do it like so you're almost just accessing the rotator cuff fluid. So just the fluid in the joints. It's quite small actually. So just see if you can find just the fluid. And if you're crunching, that might be too much movement. See, can you do this movement without hearing a crunch? You might not be able to. You might hear a crunch no matter what. And then reverse it. Make sure that you're not taking tension up into the neck. And then just move your shoulders forward and then back. And just take it forward and back, just kind of easy here. So I'm feeling my shoulder blades now slide on my ribs. But really paying attention to the inside of my shoulder joints, and not just my shoulders up and let them flop down, up and let them drop down, up and let them drop down. Now take them on a diagonal. So I'm taking one forward, one back, one forward, one back, one forward, one back, one forward, one back. And now just sort of move that forward and back a little bit and see how does that move into your pelvis. And then start to just take a little everything that we've done dance to bring it all together and find your way to stillness. And now notice what's communicating. Now gently begin to sway the spine, side to side. So now I'm feeling my tailbone, so it's really my spine now. But do I feel my spine in my actual spine? Or do I feel my spine somewhere else? As I move my body side to side as if I'm a blade of grass waving in a summer breeze. Where is my center today? So kind of guess, if you don't really know, if you can't put a name to it, just guess how you might describe that. And now really move into the spine, into the bones, and see if that changes your movement at all. And are you coming from the back of your spine, the spine that's closest to the skin, or are you moving from the front of your spine? And is your head responding to your spine moving, or is it just your body moving? And is your head not moving? And now just playing around with your dance, your spine dance here, very fluid. See if you can find a sense of fluidity in your spine, as if your spine is a soft spine, maybe the consistency of a firm grape going all the way from tail to head. And if your spine was that consistency of a firm grape, how would it move? And move it like that. My spine is a firm grape, column of firm grape. How would my spine move? All the way from the base of my spine to my skull. And then bring yourself back. Find your dance will find you back to center somehow. Who knows when, who knows how it's going to get there. Eventually making things smaller and smaller from the outside, but you still might be feeling or having a sense of movement on the inside, even though your body may appear still to the naked eye. Don't rush it. And once you do get to center, just enjoy the movement of your energy. Can you sense that spine as a soft grape? Is that enough to hold you up today, or do you need more? Now from here, let's do some Kapalabhati. So inhale the air through the nose, exhale the air out the nose in 1 second. Emphasis is on exhale. Let's just do a few rounds of Kapalabhati. You can do it slow like I am right now, or speed it up. Any tempo you want. And then inhale, hold the breath. As if that breath now is supporting that soft, that firm grape. Seeing what you can relax because you're holding your breath. Can you actually get more relaxed instead of tenser? And then eventually slow exhale through the nose. Now ignite a light Ujjayi breath. Half close the back of your throat. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Just letting the first few warm-up breaths here, just to allow the breath to expand into your body now. We did some movement, we did some connection to energy, so just allow your breath to find new nooks and crannies. Allow your breath to flow like water, but lighter between the earth. So it can actually find smaller places to get through. Each place there's breath, each place where there's space, there's an opportunity or the possibility for some movement. And in those places where there's the possibility for some movement, those are places where transformation is possible. Can you feel those little spaces, experience those little spaces? Maybe like mini chakras, mini transformation centers. Allow your breath to enliven them, awaken them, acknowledge them. Without measuring the breath necessarily, just going to keep doing a nice full inhale, nice full exhale to your capacity. And now bring your attention to your root, Muladhara. Feel free to repeat Muladhara, Muladhara, or the Bija mantra, Lam, 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 Lam. So allow that tempo of Lam, or the vibration of how that vibration manifests for you in your root area. It doesn't have to be fast or slow. Let it be, what is it? Ask, what is it? And be present for what it is for you today. It's okay if your mind is trying to control right now, especially if it's new. Don't worry about it. You have more time to do it. It's a practice, so which means you can come back to it. And if you feel ready, you've had enough of the root, if you'd like to stay with any one particular chakra, please do so. Then move it up to your second chakra, Svadhisthana. Feel free to repeat the name, Svadhisthana, 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 or the Bija mantra, Wam. A cross between the V and the W, Wam. Remember, moving to the next chakra is optional. If you are ready, moving up to the third chakra, Manipura, 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 or the Bija mantra, Ram. Is it Ram or Ram, 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 or somewhere in between? Heart chakra, fourth chakra, Anahata, Anahata, Anahata. Bija mantra, Yam. Throat, Vishuddhi, Vishuddhi, Vishuddhi. Hum. The third eye. Agnya, Agnya, Agnya. For this training, Soham, Soham. Crown, Sahasrara, Sahasrara, Sahasrara. You use Hamsa or Om or nothing. Who am I? Why am I here? What do I want, if anything? Why don't I have it right now? We'll Om together 3 times. And then we will take the Mahamrityunjaya mantra from crown to root all together. So those of you that know it, chant along with me. If you don't know it, you can get your papers out or just feel the vibration placed at each chakra on the way down. So it'll be 7 times chanting the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. First, we'll start together in community, in wholeness with Om 3 times. Exhale all your air out. Inhale, hear that silent Om fill your internal space. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrichor Mukshiyamamritat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, release chin to chest, sealing the practice. Go ahead and rub palms together. Place over face, throat, heart, arms, body, navel, and come back. Take a few moments to write down any questions, any impressions, or any notes you want to make for yourself before we start talking.